Hey there, how's it going? Ruth here with Annan Productions. Today I am answering one of your questions. This is something that I really love because it helps me, it helps you, and we can learn together. Now, I am not only sharing my opinion on this question or my answer for this question, I am also going to be doing a demo. I have my camera here in my studio office, and I have my laptop connected. You will be able to see the settings, you will be able to see what I'm doing, and I want you to walk away with your own conclusions as to what you should use and if you should use it or when you can use it. Before I get into any of that, I want to remind you that you can leave your questions in the comment section below. I am always looking forward to recording new content, and it really helps me to just give you exactly what you're looking for on this channel. If you're not already so, please go ahead and subscribe. Would love to have you as part of the family here. Now, the last thing that I want to share with you is my stand store. Many of you have been asking where you can find the complete photography pricing guide, and I have the link. You can also click below if you're not able to type all of that in. And you're probably asking yourself, who is this guide for? Well, this guide is exactly for photographers who are tired of guessing what to charge. This is for photographers and professionals who are ready to price confidently, profitably, and with a real strategy. And listen, if you have not already gotten your hands on it, I suggest that you do, because the pricing is currently, you guessed that, on sale. All right, let's get right into it. I am going to go back to that question that I received. And the question says, for those of you who are not watching and maybe you're listening, it says, do you recommend using any type of modifier or your flash on your flash? Do you recommend using any type of modifier on your flash? I have a Canon EL5. It looked like your Profoto has a diffuser on it. Well, to answer your question, Sir Devon, I do use modifiers. Let me get both of the flashes that I love to use. And the first one that you'll see here is my Godox. Now, I've been using my Godox for quite some time. This is the Godox V1C. The reason why you see the letter C on here is because it is for Canon. I shoot Canon, I photograph in Canon, and that's exactly what works for me. And I will say maybe about a year ago, I added two Profotos. These are the Profoto, if I'm not mistaken, A10s. To my artillery, to my cameras, to my camera bag, rather. Okay, I absolutely love this flash. And I had a modifier on Amazon. You can find it. The modifier looks just like this one. Honestly, it was like $12. I don't know if it's still $12 on there, but I'm also going to leave the link to that below. It is not affiliated, so you don't have to feel compelled to buy from me or not buy from me. You're going to buy from somebody eventually, so support that. This Profoto came with the modifier, and what I love about this is that I can just pop it in here. It's the same thing. You can get it for less. So if you do have a Profoto that does not have a modifier, you can just find one online and purchase it. This came with my flash, okay? For the purpose of this video, I am going to use both of these flashes just so that you can see what I believe this is in the $100 to $200 range, and this is in the thousands range. It is a flash. I use this for majority of my business career years, for the majority of the time that I've been in business. And then I wanted to treat myself just because. And so this is why I have both. If I were to recommend the flash, I would recommend whichever one is in your price range, especially if you are building your business. I'm never going to tell you to break the bank. It just wouldn't make any sense. So let's go ahead and use both of these flashes. I'll start with this one. This is the Godox V1C. Let me go ahead and bring you over to my camera, which is dying, but that's okay. I don't have my tripod with me. I let someone borrow it, and what ended up happening is that I didn't get my tripod head back, which is fine because I should have triple checked, honestly, and it's not a big deal. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna pop this right in here. I have my capture one in my computer ready to go. Now, as you can see, I'm using what I have at home. Please do yourself a favor. Get into the habit of using exactly what you have. Don't feel like you have to go out and find models and find people. If you're not able to do that, start with what you have. I just picked up whatever was around the house. Please feel inclined to do that. I have a doll, okay? We've got a doll, we have a pony, and we have a teddy bear. And that's what we're gonna use, all right? I am capturing with my R5 Mark II. I have a 70-200. This is the latest one, the lens that does not pop out on you. It's really a video lens, but I love it. I've been using it for photography and I absolutely love it. And on my camera, on top of my camera, I have the V1C Godox flash. Newsflash for you. I capture in manual. Sometimes I capture in auto. For this, I'm going to be capturing in manual. You are going to see my settings on the screen, which are great because if you care about settings, then good for you. And the other thing that I want to let you know is I also capture in auto. When it comes to my flashes, I capture in auto. I have no desire to go manual. Very rarely will I go manual, but for the most part, we are in auto mode and it absolutely works for what I do. So let's get in here. To start with, I'm gonna let you know right now that my camera is in Kelvin. Why is it in Kelvin? It's in Kelvin because I just want to get the most accurate temperature. I'm in my own setting. I'm controlling the setting, so there is really nothing extreme going on. I have 3 windows in my office. I have one light that is on, and let me go ahead and turn that off, as a matter of fact, because I want you to get the most out of this presentation, out of this video. All right, so I am at 70 millimeters. I'm gonna pull back a little bit. Okay. And I'm just gonna fire away just so that we can see where we're at. I currently do not have a diffuser on top of my flash. I want you to see what that looks like. Ooh, we are hot everywhere, okay? But let me leave it there. I don't wanna move too much. I'm just gonna pop that diffuser in there and we're going to capture the same shot in the same position, in the same location with the same settings. We're not moving much from this, all right? And we're just gonna wait a little bit. It takes a little bit of time. I'm capturing wirelessly, FYI. So this is what we're getting straight out the bat. That's no diffuser, that's with a diffuser. So let me go ahead and change my settings a little bit because why not? If we are doing this demo, then we're gonna get the best out of it. Another thing to keep in mind, I am in a controlled environment still. As controlled as possible, of course, because I've got the windows and everything going on. This is all white, actually eggshell. My walls are eggshell, white, eggshell, they're white. And I am pointing my flash up. It doesn't really matter which way I go because all of the ways are going to be white. But let's go ahead and capture again. I'm gonna go back up to 1/60th, and let me go to 5.0. I am at 500 ISO. Let's leave that camera right there. We're focusing on the little doll. If anybody wants to know, these can be found on Amazon. I don't have affiliate links or anything. I just figured somebody's probably gonna ask or probably wanna know for their children, right? That was with a diffuser. We see that pop out on our screen. And let's do one without the diffuser. Let's see where we're at. I am doing this because I want you to see what it looks like when we're on the scene. This is a controlled scene. I'm going to keep saying that over and over again. This that we took was with a diffuser, and this is without a diffuser. With a diffuser, without a diffuser, okay? So you're seeing what a diffuser is going to do on top of your camera. Mind you, this is a flash, Godox flash. I'm gonna take this off, and we are going to put the Profoto flash on. I hope by now you got a clear idea of, hopefully by now you have an idea of what the diffuser is doing versus what it's not doing, and what the camera is doing, what the flash is doing with and or without. Let's go back and start with our Profoto. This is the Profoto. I'm going to start without the diffuser. All right, same setting, same position, same everything. This is without a diffuser. Let me pop the diffuser back in here, and this is with the diffuser so that we can, again, see that variety, see what we are looking for. This is what the Profoto gives us without a diffuser. This is, let me make sure that I have that information correct. Yes, this is without, this is with. This is without, this is with. Okay, we'll do that test again. The light did change, so I want to do that again. And this time I'm going to come down a little bit on my settings. All right, here we go. This is without. Sorry, this is with the diffuser on. Let me take it off because I want to keep the consistency going. This is without the diffuser. Okay. And the next one is going to be with the diffuser on. I'm going to wait for it to populate here. This is what we just did without the diffuser. And I'm going to do the same thing again. And that's with the diffuser on top of my flash. And let's see what results we have. Let me put this camera here to the side. Okay, we'll turn all of that off. Oh no, I shouldn't have turned it off, but it doesn't really matter. All right, this is without the diffuser, and this is with the diffuser. And I'm not looking for perfection here, so FYI, without diffuser, with diffuser. So we're looking without. These are all the images that we're working with. Now, why do I use a diffuser? This is an old age question. I use a diffuser because I like to. I use a diffuser because I don't always have the ability to control where I am, and I don't always have the ability to spread light the way that I wish I could. Now, because I'm using a flash, oftentimes you're hitting the ceiling, and the ceiling isn't always going to be the expected or the wanted color. My goal is to capture accuracy in my photography, and having a diffuser, I have found, really helps me. It helps me to smoothen out my shots. When it comes to lighting, it helps me spread my lighting a bit more evenly, especially when I'm in dark places, not so well lit places. It really helps me a lot, and I really love the results that I get. I will say that when I am using flash, my diffuser is always on. I never take the diffuser. I never take it off. Whether I'm indoors or outdoors, it is great for me. I absolutely love it. I have seen other photographers use other kinds of modifiers, which is fine, but it really depends on the result that you're going for. A lot of people use the mag mod, or the mag mod, I believe they're called. I tried it, but it just didn't give me what I was looking for. These circular, let me take this off of here. The circular ones that go right on top of your camera, right on top of your flash, they do something. It's something different. I've seen the ones that are open. I kind of feel like I'm shooting into the air, into the wind. But here, this little dome, this dome here does a lot for you. And whether you're using a V1, you're using a Profoto, you're using a Young Newell, which I did use for some time, it's all the same. And the only reason why I changed out of the Young Newell, number one, was power. Number two, were the fact that I had to use these batteries, and I hated those things. I really did. I don't hate too many things, but I hated those things. These are great. The battery lasts really long on the V1s. I have not charged this thing in months. Great. The battery on these, not like this here, but I don't use flash all the time. So I am not a wedding photographer. I'm not in spaces where I always need to use flash. So I can use one battery for like 3 events nonstop. It's really good because I pop them in, I pop them out. So back to the question. I really hope that I was able to answer this question for you. I hope that the demo that I created here for you was one that really encapsulated the answer that you were looking for. And if not, I'm happy to make this again. And next time I'll try to do it on location just so that you can get an idea for what this looks like in another scene. I can also try to do it with real people, like actual people, persons, human beings in this case, and see how that varies. Not making promises. I'm not one to make promises, but I did want to give you something beyond just talking about it. I wanted to show you what it looked like. If you have not grabbed my complete photography pricing guide in my stand store, I suggest you go ahead and do it now while it's on sale. I suggest that you take a look at it. Go into that website, check it out, because it is going to be something that will be useful for you today and on. And something that I like to do, I like to update that guide. And this is version 2 that's currently being sold. So purchase version 1, as a matter of fact, go ahead and email me and I will send you version 2 on and in Productions. Go ahead and leave your comments below. Let me know, especially you, Sir Devon, Devon, has this video served you? And if you have additional questions, you're gonna leave them below and I'm gonna come back around and answer them. I will see you in the next video.